Well, here we are, the Artful Elf with our coffee ready for the first session. I'm going to do mandalas today, a simple one from my point. I'm going to do a simple one. You can do a far more complicated one if you want. Look forward to seeing how it turns out. So today we're doing mandalas, and mandalas are any circle with stuff in the middle of it. So it could be anything as sort of abstract and random as that, or like that. Or I'm going to do this for Advent. I'm going to change it slightly, but more often they're like that or that. This one is one that a pupil did for me, so I'm just covering up her name, when I was teaching them at the academy, JCB Academy. This is one a teenage girl did, and that's been living on my fridge for well over a year. You can get instructions on how to draw mandalas, and there's some basic traditional styles. There's one I started and didn't finish, and there's one I did sort of nearly finish, but I did that when I was supervising the class of teenage girls, so it didn't get finished. But today I'm going to do one, and I hope that you enjoy doing it. Still having a few technical difficulties with camera and so on, so I might just put a voiceover or speed up sections. We'll see how it goes when I put it all together. But nevertheless, pause the video, get yourself sorted, all your bits and pieces, and you can then do the breathing and the relaxing and enjoy colouring in, doing your own mandala or whatever. I hope you enjoy it. So sit comfortably with your back straight and relaxed. If you can, put your feet flat on the floor and your hands just resting in your lap, and become aware of yourself, your body, your breathing. Close your eyes is possibly best, but you don't have to. You could just look at the picture on the screen. Listen to the sounds around you, maybe the ticking of a clock, children playing in another room. Be aware that they are there, and then bring yourself back to you, where you are. Notice your body and your breathing. Breathe normally. Be aware of each breath going in and going out. Notice anything that comes to mind as a distraction. Acknowledge it and let it go, and return your attention to your breathing. And as you settle into being aware of yourself in the current present moment, park any other thoughts that come to mind about the past or the future, and concentrate on now. I'm going to lead you through a way of breathing a little deeper. Breathe in to the count of 5 and then out to the count of 7. And if that's too long, then as long as you're breathing out for a little bit longer than breathing in, that calms you down. So take a breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Continue in that breathing pattern that you've established now. Whether you've kept up with me or not doesn't matter. Just take 10 of these breaths in and out. And any distractions, just acknowledge them and then return your attention to your breathing. And this technique is useful at any time to calm yourself down. And when you're ready, carry on and meet me with the next bit of the recording, which will be the art activity. Here we are. So I got my protractor out and I went from 0 to 120 and then turned that round and 120 again, and that gives 3 equal sections. So faith, hope and love. I'm going to start by putting those words. What colour do we associate with faith? That's purple. I want purple for faith. And what sort of writing am I going to do? I'm going to do faith. That's more red than purple, but never mind. Hope, I'm going to do green. Don't ask me why, just I am. Faith, hope and love. Well, we associate red with love, don't we? Aha, now I ought to write it that way on, hadn't I? Faith, hope and love. And the greatest of these is love. So let's think about faith. Now we need to do patterns, and I'm going to be very brave and jump straight. I'm going to do it in pen. Let's jump straight in with the pen. Now the idea with these mandalas is that you have a repeating pattern going round. And so what am I going to do with this? I'm going to go like that and do that. And that feels a bit wobbly underneath. Let's get something to lean on. I'll probably speed this up, so I shall stop talking and just get on with it, because I've got to be quite accurate for it to look good, and I know I'm not very good at that sort of thing. Now they look different, don't they? Oh, I don't like the way I've done that, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They look like hearts, don't they? Actually, looking at it, 1, 2, 3 hearts. So I might get red and make them look like 3 hearts. I think, in fact, that's what I'm going to do. Get them. Because it's all part of loving, isn't it? So, as I said, they don't have to be perfect, and you can put extra lines in. So I'm going to put an extra line in going up that way, just two lines. See, if I line that up with that, I know it's going to be straight. Just to divide that one up a bit more. And so let's put those dark. I'm not doing them all dark all the way up because I might actually want to rub them out. You never know. So that's why I'm leaving those in pencil. And there we go. So I think while I'm doing this bit, I might do the next bit as a speeded up, because I think it might take me a while. Well, I chose the theme of faith, hope and love after reading a reflection this morning posted on our church Facebook page by Sue, our reader. And it got me thinking about, first of all, faith. Our faith in God and our faith in people. We can lose faith in people when they let us down or when we see evil at work in the world. For example, just Remembrance Day. Just recently, we think about the wars. We can put our faith in God and our faith in people to the test. And Sue this morning wrote about Eddie, a survivor of the Holocaust, who in his 20s was interned at Auschwitz and he didn't expect to live another day, yet lived to be 100. And he said, "I have seen the very worst in mankind, the horrors of the death camps, the Nazi efforts to exterminate my life and the lives of all my people. But now I consider myself the happiest man on earth. Through all my years, I've learnt this. Life can be beautiful if you make it beautiful. Happiness is something we can choose. It is up to you." And Eddie's message of life involves hope, health, and happiness. Hope. What's hope? Well, the Bible says that hope is the assurance of things we don't see, but we know will happen. It's not a vague thing of, oh, I hope that I'll win the lottery. I might say that, but actually I'm not going to win the lottery because I don't buy tickets. So that actually is a hope in nothing at all. But the hope I have in God is based on the Bible and faith of myself and others. I have hope that God will always be with me when things look bleak. And I base that hope on past experience and the experience of others. And when talking about faith, we also need to remember that God is faithful. He keeps his promises to us even when we don't keep ours. Also, he has faith in us. God believes in us. Not believing as in, yeah, that he believes we exist. He knows we exist, but he trusts in us to continue his work in the world of showing love. He believes that we can and that we will show his love in the world. And love, thinking about love, I think about God's love for us, our love for God, and of course our love for each other. Sue also mentioned a famous monk from many centuries ago, Brother Lawrence. He also had a 3-point formula for life. He suggests that hope makes many things possible when coupled with faith and love. He wrote, "Many things are possible for the person who has hope. Even more is possible for the person who has faith. And still more is possible for the person who knows how to love. But everything is possible for the person who practices all three virtues." Food for thought there as you continue doing your drawing and your colouring and perhaps just watching me. Well, here you see it speeded up again and me colouring in. And I just chose the colours at random, picked up my blue highlighter and thought, let's colour those in. I'll see that it's sort of the same colour as Hope, except Hope's green, I think, and that's blue. Doing it quite quickly, I could have taken more care. And when I was colouring in, I realised that I wasn't terribly accurate with the drawing in the first place, which is why the guidelines are so important, and that we go slowly and carefully. And that's part of the mindfulness, is concentrating on what we're doing. It takes us away from other thoughts, because you do have to concentrate to do these mandalas. Quite absorbing and in a way enjoyable once you've decided what to do. As I say, I didn't give that too much thought. I just did one thing and then another, and it could have been better if I'd thought it through and planned it. But again, perhaps part of the mindfulness is going with the flow and just doing, not thinking too much. So I hope you enjoy watching me colour it in, and that you enjoy colouring yours in, and even more so if you actually work from scratch with the grid and do your own design. That would be so much better than just colouring in mine, which is not terribly accurate in places. So final blessing as you look at the finished product, and it's what Sue ended her reflection with today. So I'm pinching it from her. It's an Irish blessing. May flowers always line your path and sunshine light your day. May songbirds serenade you every step along the way. May a rainbow run beside you in a sky that's always blue. And may happiness fill your heart each day, your whole life through. Amen.